What if the masterpiece you've been searching for isn't hanging in a gallery but waiting to be uncovered within you? Art isn't just about brushes and canvases, it's about the stories we tell ourselves, the emotions we bury, and the truths we're too afraid to face. It's a mirror reflecting the chaos and beauty of our inner worlds, a silent conversation between who we are and who we could become. Every stroke, every color, every imperfection holds the key to something deeper, the art of self-discovery. But how do we begin to decode this hidden language? How do we move beyond the noise of everyday life to hear the whispers of our own creativity? This journey isn't about becoming an artist. It's about becoming yourself. From the caves of Lascaux to the abstract canvases of Rothko, art has always been a bridge to the human soul, a way to connect, to question, to heal. And yet, somewhere along the way, we've forgotten that we are all creators. We've traded our curiosity for conformity, our passion for practicality, and our dreams for deadlines. But what if we dared to pick up the brush again? What if we allowed ourselves to be messy, imperfect, and raw? What if we stopped waiting for permission to explore the depths of who we are? This is not just a story about art. It's a story about courage, the courage to look inward, to confront the unknown, and to embrace the beauty of becoming. So, let's begin. Let's uncover the hidden canvas within us all. What if the canvas was more than just a surface? What if every brushstroke, every color choice, every imperfect line told a story not just about art, but about the artist? This is the heart of our journey, the idea that art is not just a creation, but a mirror. It reflects who we are, who we've been, and who we might become. It's not about perfection, it's about honesty. When we pick up a brush, a pencil, or even a lump of clay, we're not just making art, we're engaging in a dialogue with ourselves. The act of creating becomes a portal, a way to explore the uncharted territories of our own minds and hearts. But how does this happen? How does a simple act of creation unravel the complexities of who we are? The answer lies in the process itself. Art demands vulnerability. It asks us to confront our fears, our doubts, and our hidden desires. Every stroke is a decision, and every decision reveals a piece of us. There's no escaping it. When we create, we're forced to confront the raw, unfiltered truth of our existence. It's in this confrontation that we find clarity. The canvas becomes a therapist, the paint a language, and the finished piece a confession. But art doesn't just reveal, it transforms. As we pour ourselves into our creations, we begin to see patterns. Themes emerge, fears we didn't know we had, dreams we'd buried, strengths we'd forgotten. These discoveries aren't always comfortable, but they're always profound. They shift our perspective, challenge our assumptions, and push us to grow. Art becomes a journey, not just of creation, but of evolution. And here's the beautiful paradox: the more we create, the more we discover. It's a cycle, a loop, a dance between the artist and the art. Every piece we make teaches us something new, not just about our craft, but about ourselves. So, what does it mean to use art as a medium for self-discovery? It means embracing the mess, the uncertainty, the chaos. It means trusting the process, even when it feels uncomfortable. It means allowing ourselves to be seen, even when it's terrifying. Because in the end, the canvas isn't just a reflection of who we are, it's a map of who we're becoming. And that map? It's endless. Section: historical context, generation failed. What if the canvas before you wasn't just a blank slate, but a portal into the depths of who you are? Art has always been more than colors and shapes, it's a mirror, reflecting the unspoken truths of our identity. Every stroke, every choice, every hesitation tells a story. It's not about creating something beautiful, it's about uncovering something real. Have you ever looked at a piece of art and felt like it was staring back at you, revealing pieces of yourself you didn't even know existed? That's the power of art as a reflective mirror. It doesn't lie. It doesn't flatter. It simply shows you what's there, waiting to be seen. And in that moment of recognition, something profound happens. You begin to understand yourself in ways words could never capture. Think about it. When you paint, draw, or sculpt, aren't you leaving a piece of your soul on the page or the clay? The colors you choose, the lines you make, the textures you create, they're all fragments of your inner world. Art becomes a dialogue between your conscious mind and your subconscious self. It's a conversation that bypasses logic and taps into emotion. And in that dialogue, you discover truths about yourself that you might have buried or ignored. Isn't it fascinating how a simple act of creation can reveal so much about who you are? Art doesn't just reflect identity, it shapes it. As you create, you're not just observing yourself, you're evolving. Every piece you make is a snapshot of where you are in your journey, but it's also a stepping stone to where you're going. It's a process of self-discovery that's messy, unpredictable, and deeply personal. And isn't that what makes it so powerful? Art isn't a static reflection, it's a dynamic force, pushing you to explore, to question, to grow. So, the next time you pick up a brush or a pencil, ask yourself, what am I trying to say? Because in that moment, you're not just making art, you're uncovering yourself. And in that discovery, you might just find the most authentic version of who you are. Art is more than just colors on a canvas or shapes in a sculpture, it's a language of the soul. What happens when we pick up a brush, mold clay, or even scribble freely on paper? The act of creation becomes a mirror, reflecting our deepest emotions, fears, and triumphs. It's a process that doesn't just produce art, it transforms the artist. But why does creating art feel so profoundly healing? Why does it have the power to soothe, to clarify, to uplift? Imagine this, a blank page stares back at you, intimidating yet full of possibility. As your hand moves, something shifts. The weight of the day begins to lift. The chaos in your mind starts to settle. This isn't magic, it's neuroscience. Studies show that engaging in artistic activities lowers cortisol levels, the hormone linked to stress, while boosting dopamine, the feel-good chemical. But it's not just about biology. Art creates a space where vulnerability is safe, where judgment dissolves, and where the noise of the world fades away. Consider the story of a war veteran who turned to painting to process the trauma of combat. With each stroke, he didn't just recreate scenes from his past, he rewrote them. The act of painting became a bridge between his pain and his peace. Or think of a teenager, struggling with anxiety, who found solace in sketching. The lines on the paper became her voice when words failed. These aren't isolated stories, they're echoes of a universal truth: art heals. But here's the twist, you don't have to be an artist to reap these benefits. It's not about skill or talent, it's about expression. A child finger painting, a grandmother knitting, a CEO doodling in a notebook, they're all tapping into the same therapeutic power. Art is democratic. It doesn't care about your age, your background, or your experience. It only asks you to show up and create. So, what is it about the act of making art that feels so liberating? It's the freedom to explore, to experiment, to fail without fear. It's the permission to be imperfect. In a world that demands perfection, art offers a rare sanctuary where mistakes are part of the process. Every smudge, every misstep, every unfinished piece tells a story. And that story is yours. Art doesn't just heal, it empowers. It reminds us that we are creators, capable of shaping our own narratives. It's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we can create light. So, the next time you feel lost, overwhelmed, or stuck, ask yourself this: what would it feel like to pick up a brush, a pen, or a lump of clay? What would it feel like to create something, anything, just for you? The answer might just surprise you. Because art isn't just about what you make, it's about who you become in the process. What happens when art transcends the solitary act of creation and becomes a shared heartbeat? This is where the magic of community ignites, transforming individual expression into a collective symphony. Imagine a room filled with strangers, each holding a brush, each carrying their own story, yet united by a single canvas. Isn't it remarkable how art dissolves barriers, creating a space where vulnerability becomes strength and connection blossoms effortlessly? Shared artistic experiences are not just about collaboration, they are about discovering the threads that bind us together. /n/and think about the power of a mural painted by an entire neighborhood, each stroke a testament to unity and diversity. Or consider the rise of workshops where people gather to sculpt, paint, or create, not as isolated individuals but as a tribe of creators. These moments are more than just artistic endeavors, they are acts of courage, invitations to step into the unknown together. How often do we feel truly seen, truly heard? Art offers that rare gift, a mirror reflecting not just our individuality but our shared humanity. /n/and the energy of a shared artistic space is palpable, a hum of creativity, laughter, and sometimes even silence as people lose themselves in the process. It's in these moments that art becomes a bridge, connecting hearts and minds across divides. Why does this matter? Because in a world often fragmented by differences, art reminds us of what we share, the need to express, to connect, to belong. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, our joys, or our dreams. /n/n consider the stories that emerge from these spaces, the shy teenager who discovers her voice through poetry, the retired teacher who finds new purpose in pottery, the group of strangers who become lifelong friends through a single art class. These are not just anecdotes, they are proof of art's transformative power. It's not about the masterpiece created but the bonds forged in its creation. Isn't that the true essence of art, its ability to bring us closer to ourselves and to each other? /n/n community through art is not a passive experience, it's an active, living, breathing force. It's the laughter shared over spilled paint, the encouragement exchanged when doubt creeps in, the collective awe when a project comes to life. It's a reminder that creativity thrives in connection, that we are stronger together than we are apart. So, the next time you pick up a brush, a pen, or a piece of clay,